Welcome summoners to another episode of 10 Really Bard Plays. Jumping straight into the action with play number 10, I bring you a game-ending play with an interesting interaction. The game was approaching its end and we were aiming to close it as soon as possible to guarantee the W. As our team slowly sieges the opponent's Nexus turrets with Baron buff, dealing with Caitlyn and Fiddlesticks in the process, Hecarim is going to spawn soon and come for a last sprint at us. As soon as I spot Hecarim running at us, I prepare my Q to stun him as he charges, which ended up creating the biggest stun line I think I've ever created with Bard. Do you guys think I should apply for the Guinness World Book of Records? Do you guys like bullies? No one does, right? So what do you do when you are too weak to fend for yourself? Well, you run, you jump, and you escape somehow. Create as much distance as you possibly can from the bully. You create traps. You weaken his attacks somehow. You gain time. All the while you lure him in. You dictate where the bullying takes place. And just when he thinks he is about to bully you in front of the whole school, he realizes that he's in the principal's office and he's about to be grounded for life. Bard, 1. Bullies, 0. League of Legends is a weird game of details. Take this play for example. Ahri decides to roam from mid lane and give us a hand bot. Her pressure supported by our bot lane walking forward, following her, left the opposition no choice but to simply run back and dodge as much damage as possible. The detail here is that Janna took a step back in the escape, allowing my stun and double kill, otherwise they would have both gotten away. But it still looked cool, so I'll take it. At number 7 we have a game-ending fight to close out a match that was dragging out for longer than it should. With a long-range ultimate, I managed to lock down their Ashe for an easy kill for my team. Then, amidst the ongoing consequent fight I stun Thresh and Graves to allow my team to clean up and end the game. I'm sure you guys recognize that feeling after a 40+ minute match. Finally. At number 6 I bring you a play that starts out a disaster. The portal I created to help out Wukong secure Drake ends up being Hecarim's gateway in.
Despite Drake getting stolen, I managed to slow Hecarim with a Q and auto attack, allowing Wukong to finish him. Even though I wanted to keep chasing for another kill on Cho'Gath, I noticed Fiddlesticks trying to annoy my Ezreal, and so I make sure to guarantee that kill before moving on. The distraction from Fiddlesticks bought Cho'Gath enough time to get away, but in all that, Caitlyn ends up pushing too far and allowing me a max range Q stun. In the end, despite losing Drake, we managed to get 3 kills from that fight, and somewhat make it a little bit more worthwhile. Coming up at number 5, we have an example of Bard's CC capabilities. Without ever putting myself too much at risk, I am able, with 2 max range stuns, isolate Vladimir from putting a stop to Kane's chase on Ashe. Despite Vladimir's great timing in pulling to avoid my ultimate, he still gets locked a second time and is unable to finish off Kane, not even being able to make it at least a 1-for-1. And I even managed to get the KS for style points. Sometimes, even as a support, you have to be the leader and move your team forward. My team was feeling pretty reticent in trying to make plays, as you can see reading chat. So I called for help on the tri-bush where I knew I was hidden and motivated V to help me ambush Ziya for an easy kill. I actually type it out so my team grows more confident on our chances of winning. From here, I was able to lock my ADC out of Warwick's claws and buy time for my team to re-engage afterwards and get an additional kill on Nautilus. Taking risks and trusting your own skills sometimes is essential to turn a match around. Play number 3 is a blink and you'll miss it play. Akali was waiting for me in the brush, but, unluckily for her, I was somewhat aware of her positioning. Despite her going invisible after her initial burst, I was able to deduce her positioning and stun her to the wall, with Ezreal picking up the kill before she had the chance to slice me again. Play number 2 is a long and messy fight that ends up with 3 kills for our team and an healthy dose of luck for your boy. Wukong was pretty fed at this stage, and him being alone mid lane was our chance for a shutdown. He does well to survive our initial engage, but, after he flashes away, it was my chance to lock him in my ultimate. Annie and Jarvan Fourth also joined the fight and both ended up dying as well, not without me panicking as I got stuck, twice, in Jarvan's wall. Well, sometimes luck is also a factor to keep in consideration, I guess. Did I say sometimes? Because, sometimes, it happens twice in the same match. Just a few minutes later your boy applied all the stuff from past plays of this episode. Started off by trusting his skill and daring Annie. As she took the bait and moved forward, she put both herself and misfortune in danger. Wukong reacted quickly and tried to at least get a kill on me. But what do we do with bullies? Exactly. Bard. 2. Bullies. 0. Thank you guys once again so much for watching, and I'm counting on all of you next week for more action. Goodbye.